The pilot says we've been cleared for takeoff, Mr.
Thank
Cortland.
you. Is everything on board as I requested?
Yes, sir.
Good, good. We'll start with champagne. All right.
Oh, sorry, I hope I'm not late.
No, no, not at all, my dear, not at all. Carl, would you tell the pilot we can take off immediately? Well.
Oh, my goodness, Palmer, this is so sophisticated and understated. I can't tell you how many CEOs I know, and no name shall be mentioned, please, have done the most insidious thing to the interior of their jets. I mean, they just scream, they howl, nouveau riche.
Well, you know, I try.
Oh.
Here, I'll take this one.
Yes,
There we go. There. Okay. All right.
Oh!
What?
Well... It's me. It's me. It's me.
Erica, it's all right. It's all right.
David.
Yeah, that's right. I'm right here.
All night I kept having these dreams. I dreamt that the bandages were off and all of my friends just looked at me in horror and disgust. Then I dreamt that the bandages were off and I had no facial features at all. I was a blank and then I was walking through town and nobody recognized me and I kept saying it's me, it's me.
Okay, it was a dream. It was a dream.
And what if it's more than that? What if it's real?
No, I spoke with Fascinella, and he's very encouraged. Now, he's going to be by in a little while to remove the bandages, and we'll see for ourselves.
I've been so looking forward to this day for such a long time, and now that it's here, I'm dreading it.
You're going to be fine, no matter what happens. Now, just try and relax, okay?
Certainly smells just gorgeous and... Oh, they are beautiful. Did you?
I got them from the outdoor market. When I saw them, I thought of you.
Really? Well, the perfume is just intoxicating.
Supposedly, what we're smelling is just a mere shadow of their scent before they're cut. The woman at the market told me that they're even more intense in their natural surroundings.
Well, they must be very rare.
A rare flower for an even rarer woman.
Well, here we are, a little champagne that ought to steady your nerves.
Thank you. I'm so embarrassed. I squeeze your hand, squeeze the life out of it.
Not to worry, there's plenty of life left.
Well, you know something? I always have this thing about takeoffs. Well, landings, too, for that matter. I'm fine once you get me up in the air. But the ups and the downs...
Really? Really? You didn't strike me as the skittish type.
Well, I have my moments, although I'm no shrinking violet.
Yes, well, that's my point exactly. To a breed apart.
I'll drink to that. You know, Palmer, I am so comfortable with you. Really, how is it that sometimes a relative stranger can seem to understand you far better than your own flesh and blood? I mean, David has disappointed me more times than I care to count. And that even some of my dear friends lately have let me down. I mean, where are they? I mean, I stand there with them when I need them most. Where are they?
Well, I must say I've come to realize that ingratitude is just something we have to expect from our children as far as friendship. Well, I think it's only as good as the favors, you know, we can do at the moment.
I am afraid you're absolutely right.
Which makes me wonder exactly what you think you can accomplish with Erica. I mean, if you are estranged, as you say you are, how do you think you can help me?
smell another very heavenly scent. Is that cafe au lait?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
I got it from the little cafe across the street. I thought it would be a nice change from the hospital coffee.
Oh, thank you.
Has Fascinella stopped by yet?
No, not yet. This is very impressive takeout china for that little cafe.
Yeah, well, I told him that I would return the cup and saucer later.
Thank you, David. Mm. You continue to go out of your way for me.
I haven't done nearly enough, Erica.
Of course you have. A world-renowned cardiologist can't just hop off to Brazil on a whim. I'm sure that it took a great deal of effort on your part to clear your schedule so you could come and stay with me during this. And you have. You've been with me every step of the way. I do appreciate it. In fact, I probably wouldn't even be here, you know, if it weren't for you, if you hadn't told me about Dr. Fascinella.
Well, you are right about one thing. You wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for me. You know how bad I feel, Erica, that you got hurt.
Oh, no. Let's not even cover that ground anymore. There is another matter that's outstanding, though. You asked me once if I trusted you. Well, the answer, David, is yes. I mean, as ironic as that seems, I trust you.
Thank you, Erica. Well, maybe this will be possible then.
What will?
You know the intense, heady fragrance that those orchids give off before they're cut. How would you like to experience that firsthand? When those bandages come off, why don't we go to the rainforest and see them in their natural habitat?
The rainforest? How?
I can arrange for a guide. We can go for a day trip, or we can even stay for a few extra days to explore. Whatever you like. Me, I would love the opportunity to stay in paradise for a few extra days.
Well, I've never been to the rainforest. Don't they have mosquitoes there as big as eagles and killer bees?
No, myths. All of them. Probably designed by some seaside tourist resort hotel. So what do you say? How would you like to treat yourself to some rare birds, exotic flowers, and the harmonious music of the Brazilian rainforest? How many chances will you have to do that?
Well, Erica seemed to be so starved for the truth, I simply could not lie to her. And ever since then, those women have had it in for me.
Well, I can't say that I really think much of Erica's taste in friends.
They are quite a unique group. But I did feel honored to be counted among them. But I just don't understand why they feel so threatened by me.
Well, it's perfectly obvious you're a woman of refinement. How can they possibly compete with you?
Well, you're very sweet to say that, but maybe I'll just pray that she stops listening to those meddlesome women and realizes I've always had her best interest at heart.
Well, perhaps she realizes that already.
Well, maybe in time. Maybe she'll be able to change her attitude a bit and accept the fact. I mean, she has such a wonderful heart.
Oh, yes. Well, Erica and I go back a long ways. I've helped her save enchantment, well, more than once.
Well, then she certainly should understand how imperative it is for you to stay at the helm of your own ship. I mean, good heavens. You've made Cortland Enterprises a household name. You are Cortland Enterprises. I promise you, Palmer, I will do everything within my power to make her understand what the stakes are. And after all, how would she feel if someone were trying to take over enchantment?
I'd love to just bottle this fragrance.
Well, then that's another reason for going. Consider it an exploratory business trip. That scent could be Enchantment's newest fragrance. Call it Exotica. And the rainforest could be your palette for your new lipsticks and things.
Oh, you're really something. I mean, first you planned my vacation, now you're planning my new product line. You are not using this as an excuse, are you? You're not trying to distract me from my face.
No, not at all. I think it would be fascinating. Doesn't the idea appeal to you at all?
Yes, there's a certain amount of appeal.
Good. Then let's do it. I think it would be a wonderful adventure. Are you still frightened?
Not of what's in the rainforest. You know something, if these bandages come off and I am not completely healed, I will have to go home right away. I'll have to go and see Bianca. I'll have to tell her about it in person. I would have to help her cope.
From what I remember, Bianca adores you. I think she's gonna cope just fine.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if her mother is scarred for life, I just shudder to think of the look on her face the first time she would see me.
Bianca's gonna see what I see. An exquisitely beautiful woman with a slight imperfection.
David, I hear you've been stealing from our local cafes. How are you today, Erica? Excited?
I'm not sure.
My nurse will be here shortly and we can begin. Oh, I got a package from Enchantment today. You have a top-notch R&D development department. All the products meet my clinical standards. Oh, Erica and I are developing a line of makeup for people who have undergone plastic surgery.
Are you?
Yes, we are. And we are all very, very pleased with the progress. As a matter of fact, I may use the rainforest as inspiration for it.
Oh, and you should be the spokesperson.
Well, thank you. We'll see.
Erica and I were discussing a trip to the rainforest in a day or so, if you think that she'd be up for the traveling.
Oh, I don't see why not. But you must come by for dinner before you leave town. Carmen would be very disappointed. She's especially anxious to meet you.
I would love to be able to spend an evening with you and your beautiful wife, but no unexpected dinner guest this time around.
My wife has been trying to fix up David for years. She doesn't understand that some men are destined to be alone.
Just
Eduardo, please.
Me, I've been married for 15 years to the same woman. Single men are fools. Dating, you can keep it. Give me a companion, a lover for life. You, my friend, are a brilliant doctor, but you are a fool.
I don't deny either one, but you know I've always liked traveling light.
Traveling light. And I keep telling you, light and alone eventually becomes light and lonely.
Here you go.
Pouring, I keep sipping. I swear I will not land at the same time the plane does.
You better. I could extol your virtues all day long.
Oh, my now. I am in trouble, aren't I? Just hand me a parachute. Oh, after all, I always seem to fall for handsome, powerful men, and ouch, do I have the scars that prove it. But there really is something different about you, Palmer. I don't know, I let my guard down around you.
Yes, why is that?
I think it's because you show so much sensitivity and just passion. I mean, you're a man of your own convictions, and yet you uniquely have risen to the top.
Yeah, well, there's no denying that. Of course, we're going to need more than my convictions pretty soon because we're going to land in Rio in less than an hour. And then the limo driver will take us directly to the hospital. And from then on, it's up to us to convince Erica to show her vote in my direction.
Oh dear, I'm afraid she won't see me. I'm really... What if she doesn't? I don't want to do anything to jeopardize your position,
you couldn't
honestly.
possibly do anything wrong. Come on now.
No. What if she absolutely refuses, thinks that I'm intruding or something, you know? Oh, my dear, I should never have had this much champagne. My head is absolutely spinning. Not when I had to get my wits about it.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Everything's going to be fine. I'll see to it. Everything is just going to be fine.
Oh, I hope Erica does agree to see me, but maybe in your company it will give me the proper opening.
Well, you see, Erica's mistake is listening to all of that nonsense that Opal has to say. I really am not swayed by any other person's opinion, really, but I all due respect. you're no saint. And also, you're not a stranger to controversy. Well, I mean, you mustn't look so alarmed. I'm no saint either. But you've said yourself that we are very comfortable with each other, and well, I think we ought to just enjoy our similarities and the champagne.
Now, there's bound to be some swelling, regardless of how successful the surgery. So don't be alarmed. It's a little red and puffy. That's normal. It'll diminish quickly. All right. Let's take a look.